1 And Jacob lifted up his feet, and went into the land eastward, unto Laban the son of Bethuel the Syrian, and Rebekah the brother of Jacob and Esau. 2 And behold, there was a well in the field, and there were 3 flocks of sheep resting upon it, for out of that well they watered the flocks, and there was a great stone at the mouth of the well. 3 And all the flocks gathered there, and took the stone out of the mouth of the well, and watered the sheep, and restored the stone to the mouth of the well in its place. 4 And he Sacred Texts Bible Index Polyglot KJV Tan Vul Genesis Index Previous Next Septuagint, Genesis chapter 29. 1 And Jacob lifted up his feet, and went into the land eastward, unto Laban the son of Bethuel the Syrian, and Rebekah the brother of Jacob and Esau. 2 And behold, there was a well in the field, and there were 3 flocks of sheep resting upon it, for out of that well they watered the flocks, and there was a great stone at the mouth of the well. 3 And all the flocks gathered there, and took the stone out of the mouth of the well, and watered the sheep, and restored the stone to the mouth of the well in its place. 4 And he said unto them, Jacob, brethren, whence art ye? But they said, We are of Haran. 5 And he said unto them, Ye know Laban the son of Nahor? But they said, We know. 6 And he said unto them, He is healthy. And they said, He is healthy. And, behold, Rachel his daughter was coming with the sheep. 7 And Jacob said, It is yet a long day, not yet an hour for the cattle to be gathered together, and the sheep have gone away, and pasture. 8 And they said, We will not be able until all the shepherds are gathered, and let them roll the stone out of the mouth of the well, and water the sheep. 9 While he was still speaking to them, and Rachel, the daughter of Laban, was coming with her father's sheep, for she herself was feeding her father's sheep. 10 And it came to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel the daughter of Laban his mother's brother, and the sheep Laban his mother's brother, and Jacob came and rolled the stone out of the mouth of the well, and watered the sheep Laban his mother's brother. 11 And Jacob kissed Rachel, and cried out in his voice, weeping. 12 And she told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was the son of Rebekah, and she was running, she told her father according to these words. 13 And it came to pass, when Laban heard the name of Jacob his sister's son, that he ran to meet him, and took him away, and kissed him, and brought him into his house, and told Laban all these words. 14 And Laban said unto him, Of my bones, and of my flesh, thou art, and was with him a month of days. 15 And Laban said unto Jacob, For if thou wilt not serve me, my brother, tell me freely what thy reward is. 16 And to Laban 2 daughters, named the greater Leah, and the name of the younger Rachel. 17 And the eyes of Leah are weak, and Rachel is good in sight and beautiful in appearance. 18 And Jacob loved Rachel, and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel thy younger daughter. 19 And Laban said unto him, Give me the best of me, or give me this man, dwell with me. 20 And Jacob labored for Rachel 7 years, and they were with him as few days as he loved her. 21 And Jacob said unto Laban, Give up my wife, for my days are fulfilled that I may enter into her. 22 And Laban gathered all the men of the land, and made a marriage ceremony. 23 And it came to pass in the evening, that Laban took Leah his daughter, and brought her into Jacob, and went in unto her. 24 And Laban gave Leah to his daughter Zelphan his maidservant. 25 And it came to pass in the morning, and, behold, there was Leah, and Jacob said unto Laban, What hast thou done unto me? I have not done unto thee concerning Rachel, and that I might misjudge me. 26 And Laban said, It is not so in our place to give the younger before or the elder. 27 Therefore make this week, and I will give thee this also, instead of the work which thou wilt do with me another 7 years. 28 And Jacob did so, and filled her weeks, and gave him Laban Rachel his daughter, his wife. 29 And Laban gave Rachel his daughter Bolan, his maidservant, her maidservant. 30 And he went into Rachel, and loved Rachel rather than Leah, and served him 7 years more. 31 And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, and Rachel was barren. 32 And she took Leah, and bore Jacob a son, and called his name Reuben, saying, because the Lord hath seen my humility, now my husband shall love me. 33 And he again took Leah, and bore a second son to Jacob, and said, The Lord heard that I was hated, and gave me up, and he called his name Simeon. 34 And he conceived again, and bore a son, and said, In the present time, my husband hath brought forth 3 sons unto him, therefore he called his name Levi. 35 And conceiving again, she bore a son, and said, Now I will confess this more to the Lord, therefore she called his name Judah, and stood to give birth. Next, Genesis chapter 1 And when Rachel saw that she had not conceived Jacob, and Rachel was jealous of her sister, and said unto Jacob, Give me children, but if I should not die. 2 And Jacob was angry with Rachel, and said unto her, Thou art not in the place of God, I am he that hath deprived thee of the fruit of the belly. 3 And Rachel said unto Jacob, Behold, my little girl while are come in unto her, and shall be laid upon my knees, and I will bear children of her. 4 And Balas gave him her maidservant, and a woman came into her. 5 And Bola the maid Rachel conceived, and bore Jacob a son. 6 And Rachel said, God has judged me, and has heard my voice, and has given me a son, therefore he has called his name Dan. 7 And Bala the maid of Rachel conceived again, and bore a second son unto Jacob. 8 And Rachel said, God is conceived of me, and I have come with my sister, and I am weak, and he called his name Naphtali. 9 And Leah saw that she was about to give birth, and took Zelphan her maidservant, and gave her to Jacob as a wife. 10 And Jacob came into her, and took Zelpha the maid of Leah, and bore Jacob a son. 11 And he said, Leah by chance, and we called his name Gad. 12 And Zelpha the maid of Leah conceived, and bore Jacob a second son. 13 And he said, Blessed am I, that the women bless me, and he called his name Asher. 14 And Reuben went in the days of the harvest of fire, and found the apple of a mandrake in the field, and brought them to Leah his mother, and he said Rachel to Leah, Give me the mandrakes of thy son. 15 And Leah said, It is not sufficient for thee, that thou hast received my husband, lest he take my son's mandrakes, but Rachel said, Let him not sleep with thee this night, instead of thy son's mandrakes. 16 And Jacob came in out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him, and said unto me, Let me enter this day, for I will hire thee instead of my son's mandrakes, and he slept with her that night. 17 And the God of Leah heard, and conceived, and bore Jacob a fifth son. 18 And he said, Leah, God hath given my wages, wherefore I gave my little girl unto my husband, and he called his name Issachar, which is reward. 19 And he took Leah again, and bore a sixth son to Jacob. 20 And he said, Let God give me a good gift, in this time my husband has brought forth 6 sons to him, and he called his name Zebulun. 21 And after this she bore a daughter, and called her name Dinah. 22 And the God remembered Rachel, and her God heard, and opened her womb. 23 And conceived, she bore Jacob a son, and said, Rachel, my God has taken away the reproach. 24 And he called his name Joseph, saying, God adds to me another son. 25 And it came to pass, when Rachel had begat Joseph, that he said Jacob unto Laban, Send me to go into my place, and into my land. 26 Render my wives and my children for whom I have given thee white, that I may depart from thee, for thou knowest the bondage which is given thee white. 27 And Laban said unto him, If I had found favor against thee, I would have imagined, for if God had blessed me at thy entrance. 28 Spread thy reward unto me, and I will give. 29 And Jacob said unto him, Thou knowest the white things that are given to thee, and the things that were thy cattle with me. 30 For the things that were against thee were as small as were against me, and it has grown to a multitude, and the Lord has blessed thee at my feet, now therefore when will I also make myself a house? 31 And Laban said unto him, What shall I give thee? And Jacob said unto him, Thou shalt not give me, if thou wilt make this word unto me, I will shepherd thy sheep again, and I will keep them. 32 Let all thy sheep pass away this day, and divide from thence every brown sheep in the lambs, and every white sheep in the ranks, it shall be my reward. 33 And my righteousness shall be obedient unto me in the day of the morrow, for my reward is before thee, whatsoever, if it be not white and white in the eyes, and white in the denials, it shall be stolen from me. 34 And Laban said unto him, Let it be according to thy word. 35 And in that day he sent away the goats, the ants, and the swords, and all the goats, and the swords, and all that was white in them, and all that was white in them that was white, and all that was white in the denials, and he gave by the hand of his sons. 36 And he set forth away 3 days in the midst of them, and in the midst of Jacob, and Jacob herded the lambs that were left. 37 And Jacob took for himself a styracin of green, and of carrine, and of plane trees, and he smote them, Jacob with white scales, and when he drew the green, he saw on the sides the white that he had lacked variously. 38 And he laid down the vineyards which he had lost in the winepresses of the water, that as if the sheep should come to drink before the winebearers that came to drink. 39 And the sheep shall be brought into the vineyards, and the sheep shall be white, and variegated, and stubble. 40 And Jacob spread out the lambs, and set before the sheep a ram, white and all that was varied among the lambs, and he set himself apart a flock according to himself, and he did not mix them with the sheep Laban. 41 And it came to pass, at the time that he had taken the sheep in the womb, and Jacob laid the labors against the sheep in the winepress, that they might be planted in the trays. 42 And if he had brought forth the sheep, he would not have been laid, but the insignia of Laban became, and the official things of Jacob. Next, Genesis chapter 31. And Jacob heard the words of the sons of Laban, saying, Jacob took all the things of our father, and of our father he made all this glory. 2 And Jacob saw the face of Laban, and, behold, it was not with him as yesterday and the 3rd day. 3 And the Lord said unto Jacob, Turn away into thy father's land, and unto thy generation, and I will be with thee. And when Jacob had sent, he called Rachel and Leah into the field where the flocks were. 5 And he said unto them, I see the face of your father, for he is not with me as yesterday and the 3rd day, but the God of my father was with me. 6 And ye know that in all my power I have served your father. 7 And your father stumbled upon me, and changed my wages of 10 lambs, and God gave him no way to abuse me. 8 If he thus saith the things varied, thy wages shall be reward, and all the sheep shall be variegated, but if he saith the whites, thy wages shall be thy wages, and all the sheep shall be white. 9 And God forbade all your father's beasts, and gave them unto me. 10 And it came to pass, that the sheep were overwhelmed, and they saw with their eyes in their sleep, and, behold, the goats and the rams were going up upon the sheep and the goats, white, and variegated, and spot alike. 11 And the angel of God said unto me, Jacob in sleep, but I said what it was. 12 And he said, Behold, look up to thy eyes, and behold the goats and rams going up upon the sheep and the goats, and diverse, and stubborn, for I have seen what Laban doeth unto thee. 13 I am the God that seeth thee in the place of God, wherein thou hast anointed me there a pillar, and I will pray unto thee that now that thou mayest arise, and come forth out of this land, and go into the land of thy birth, and I will be with thee. 14 And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, There is no longer any part of our inheritance in our father's house. 15 Not as strangers reckon unto him, for he has done unto us, and devoureth our silver. 16 All the riches and the glory which the God of our father hath forsaken shall be unto us, and to our children. Now therefore whatsoever God hath said unto thee, he doeth. 17 And Jacob arose, and took his wives and his children on the camels. 18 And he brought away all his belongings, and all his baggage, which he had kept in Mesopotamia, and all his things to go to Isaac his father in the land of Canaan. 19 And Laban had his sheep there, and Rachel stole the idols of her father. 20 And Jacob Laban hid the Syrian, that he might not tell him that he was escaping. 21 And he fled, and all his things, and crossed the river, and rushed into the mountain of Gilead. 22 And Laban told the Syrian on the 3rd day, that Jacob had fled. 23 And he took all his brethren with him, and pursued after him 7 days' way, and took him in the mountain of Gilead. 24 And God came unto Laban the Syrian in his sleep by night, and said unto him, Take care of thyself, lest thou shalt speak evil with Jacob. 25 And Laban took Jacob, and set up his tabernacle in Mount Gilead. 26 And Laban said unto Jacob, What hast thou done to make a secret escape? Thou hast carried me away, and hast brought my daughters away as a captive sword. 27 And if thou hast told me, I have sent thee with gladness, and with musical drums and harp. 28 I was not worthy to kiss my children and my daughters, but now thou hast done foolishly. 29 And now my hand is strong to abuse thee, but the God of thy father said unto me yesterday, saying, Take care of thyself, lest thou speak evil with Jacob. 30 Now therefore go with desire, for thou hast desired to go into thy father's house, that thou hast stolen my gods. 31 And Jacob answered and said unto Laban, For I said, Thou shalt not take thy daughters from me, and all that is mine. 32 Know what is of thy things with me, and take, and I have not known of him. And Jacob said unto him, Wherefore thou shalt find thy gods, he shall not live against our brethren, but Jacob shall not know that Rachel his wife stole them. 33 And Laban went in, and searched into the house of Leah, and found none, and went out of the house of Leah, and searched the house of Jacob, and the house of the 2 little boys, and found none, and he went into the house of Rachel. 34 And Rachel took the idols, and put them into the camels' saddles, and sat them down. 35 And she said unto her father, Bear it not heavily, Lord, I cannot rise before thee, for it is according to the custom of my wives. But Laban searched all the house, and found not the idols. 36 And Jacob was angry, and fought against Laban, and Jacob answered and said unto Laban, What my transgression was, and what was my sin, that thou hast pursued after me? 37 And when thou hast searched all my vessels, what hast thou found of all the vessels of thy house? Thou shalt come here against my brethren and thy brethren, and they shall reprove between the 2 of us. 38 These are 20 years for me, I am with thee thy sheep, and thy goats have not brought forth rams of thy sheep. 39 A beast I have not forgiven thee, I have turned away from myself the thieves of the day, and the crying of the night. 40 I became burning by day and by the frost of the night, and sleep departed from my eyes. 41 These are 20 years for me, I am in thy house, I have served thee 14 years in the stead of thy 2 daughters, and 6 years with thy sheep, and I will reckon my wages 10 lambs. 42 If it had not been for the God of my father Abraham, and the fear of Isaac, now if thou didst send me empty, my humility, and the labor of my hands, God saw, and reproved thee yesterday. 43 And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, My daughters, and my sons, and my beasts, and all that thou sayest, is me, and of my daughters, what shall I do this day, or to their children whom they have borne? 44 Now therefore let us make a covenant, I and thou, and he shall be a testimony in the midst of me and thee. But he said unto him, Behold, there is no one with us, behold, God is a witness in the midst of me and thee. 45 And Jacob took a stone, and set him up a pillar. 46 And Jacob said unto his brethren, Ye gather stones, and have made a mountain, and have eaten and drank there on the mountain. And he said unto him, Laban, this mountain beareth witness in the midst of me and thee this day. 47 And he called him Laban the mountain of the testimony of Jacob, and he called him Mount the Martyr. 48 And Laban said unto Jacob, Behold, this mountain, and this pillar, which I have set in the midst of me, and thee, this mountain testifies, and this pillar testifies, therefore his name was called, Mountain Testifies. 49 And the sight which God hath said, saw one between me and thee, that we shall depart from one another. 50 If thou shalt humble my daughters, if a wife be taken over my daughters, then he shall not be with us. 52 For if I pass not unto thee, neither shalt thou pass unto me this mountain, and this pillar in wickedness. 53 Abraham the God and now the God judged one of us, and Jacob swore against the fear of his father Isaac. Next, Genesis chapter 32. And Jacob offered a sacrifice in the mountain, and called his brethren, and they ate and drank, and slept in the mountain. Next. Two and Jacob departed. Genesis index previous next. Septuagint, Genesis chapter 32. 1 And Laban arose, and kissed his sons and his daughters in the morning, and blessed them, and Laban turned away, and departed into his place. 2 And Jacob departed in his own way, and looked up, and saw the interference of God, and the angels of God met him. 3 And Jacob said, and he saw them victorious, this is the intervention of God, and he called the name of that place. 4 And Jacob sent angels before him unto Esau his brother in the land of She, in the land of Edom. 5 And he commanded them, saying, Thus say ye unto my lord Esau, Thus saith thy servant Jacob, I have sat with Laban, and have tarried unto this time. 6 And there came to me cattle, and asses, and sheep, and children, and children, and children, and I sent for a message unto my lord Esau, that thy servant might find favor against thee. 7 And the angels turned unto Jacob, saying, We have come unto thy brother Esau, and, behold, he is coming to meet thee, and 400 men with him. 8 And Jacob was greatly afraid, and went away, and brought the people that were with him, and the oxen, and the sheep, into 2 camps. 9 And Jacob said, If Esau come into one camp, and cut it off, the second stop will be the second one to be saved. Saved. 10 And Jacob the God of my father Abraham said, and the God of my father Isaac, Lord, which said to me, Run to the land of thy birth, and I will make thee. 11 I am satisfied with all righteousness, and with all the truth which thou hast done unto thy child, for in my hand I crossed this Jordan, and now I am in 2 places. 12 Deliver me out of the hand of my brother Esau, for I fear him at any time, lest he come to smite me, and a mother over my children. 13 But thou hast said, I will make thee well, and lay thy seed as the sand of the sea, which shall not be numbered by the multitude. 14 And he slept there that night, and took him whom he had brought, and sent Esau his brother. 15 200 goats, 20 sheep, 200 rams, 20 rams. 16 suckling camels, and their children 30 oxen, 40 bulls, 10 asses, and 10 oxen, and 10 oxen. 17 And he gave by hand to his children a flock by themselves, and he said to his servants, Go ahead before me, and make a long time in the midst of flock and flock. 18 And he commanded the first, saying, If my brother Esau meet thee, and ask thee, saying, Whose art thou, and whither goeth, and to whom thy things are before thee? 19 Sayest thy child Jacob, Send gifts unto my lord Esau, and behold, he is after us. 20 And he commanded the first, and the second, and the third, and all that went ahead after these flocks, saying, According to this saying, Speak, Esau, that ye might find him. 21 And ye say, Behold, thy servant Jacob is set after us, he said, For I will propitiate his face by the gifts that are before him, and after this I will see his face, for perhaps he shall receive my face. 22 And the gifts went by before him, and he slept that night in the tabernacle. 23 And when he arose that night, he took the 2 women, and the 2 little girls, and his 11 children, and crossed the passage of Jabbok. 24 And he took them, and crossed the stream, and conveyed all his things. 25 And Jacob was left alone, and a man fought with him until morning. 26 And he saw that he could not come to him, and touched the breadth of his thigh, and opened the breadth of Jacob's thigh, wrestling with him. 27 And he said unto him, Send me, for matins went up, and he said, I will not send thee, unless thou wilt bless me. 28 And he said unto him, What thy name is? But he said, Jacob. 29 And he said unto him, Thy name shall no longer be called Jacob, but thy name shall be Israel, for thou hast strengthened with God, and mighty with men. 30 And Jacob asked, and said, Tell me thy name, and said, Why do thou ask my name? And he blessed him there. 31 And he called Jacob the name of that place, as a kind of God, for I saw God face to face, and my soul was saved. 32 And the sun rose unto him, and the sun was overcome, and the kind of God passed away, and he burst upon his thigh. 33 For this reason the children of Israel shall not eat the water which was on the breadth of the thigh, until this day, for it touched the breadth of the thigh of Jacob the nerve, and began. Next, Genesis chapter 33. And he made the two little. Genesis index previous next. Septuagint, Genesis chapter 33. 1 And when Jacob looked, and behold, Esau his brother was coming, and 400 men with him, and Jacob brought the children to Leah and Rachel, and the two little girls. 2 And he made the two little girls, and their sons first, and Leah, and her children after her, and Rachel, and Joseph last. 3 And he went before them, and worshipped on the earth 7 times, until he came near to his brother. 4 And Esau ran up to meet him, and took him away, and kissed him, and fell upon his neck, and they both wept. 5 And he looked up, and saw the women and the children, and said, What are these things unto thee? But he said unto the children, Whom God hath had mercy on thy servant. 6 And the children and their children came near, and worshipped them. 7 And he drew near to Leah and her children, and they worshipped, and after this he came near Rachel and Joseph, and they worshipped. 8 And he said, What are these things unto thee? To which I answered, and he said, That thy servant may find favor against thee, O Lord. 9 And Esau said, There are many things to me, brother, be unto thee. 10 And Jacob said, If I have found favor against thee to receive the gifts by my hands, for this reason I have seen thy face, as if any man had seen the face of God, and thou shalt be pleased with me. 11 Receive my blessings, which I bring unto thee, for God hath had mercy on me, and all things are with me, and hast hastened him, and hath received him. 12 And he said, We will go straight. 13 And my Lord saith unto him, Know that the children are more fattened, and the sheep and the oxen are slain upon me. If I persecute them, one day all the cattle shall die. 14 Let my Lord come before the child, and I will strengthen in the way according to the school of the course that is against me, and at the foot of the little boys, until they come unto my Lord unto Sir. 15 And Esau said, I will leave with thee of the people that are with me. But he said, What is this that I have found favor with thee, Lord? 16 And Esau returned that day on his way to Show. 17 And Jacob took into tabernacles, and made for himself houses there, and made tents for his cattle, wherefore he called the name of that place Tents. 18 And Jacob came to Salem, the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came out of Mesopotamia, Syria, and stood before the face of the city. 19 And he obtained the portion of the field, where he set up his tent from Emir the father of Shechem, 100 lambs. 20 And he set up an altar there, and called upon the God of Israel. Next, Genesis chapter 34. 2 And Shechem the son of Emir the ruler. Polyglot KJV Tanvul Genesis index previous next. Septuagint, Genesis chapter 34. 1 And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, whom she bore to Jacob, went forth to learn the daughters of the natives. 2 And Shechem the son of Emir the ruler of the earth saw her, and took her, and slept with her, and humbled her. 3 And he took care of the soul of Dinah the daughter of Jacob, and loved the virgin, and spoke according to the mind of the virgin herself. 4 And Shechem said unto Emir his father, saying, Take this young woman unto me as a woman. 5 And Jacob heard that Emor the son of Dinah had given birth to his daughter, and his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob was silent until they came. 6 And Emor the father Shechem went out unto Jacob to speak unto him. 7 And the sons of Jacob came out of the field, and when they heard it, the men woke up in the night, and grieved exceedingly, because he had done evil in Israel when he slept with his daughter Jacob, and it will not be so. 8 And Emorah spake unto them, saying, Shechem my son hath foretold your daughter, give therefore her wife unto him. 9 Marry us, give us your daughters, and take our daughters your sons. 10 And ye dwell in us, and the earth, behold, ye dwell in a plain before you, and trade in it, and dwell in it. 11 And Shechem said unto her father, and unto her brethren, we will find favor for you, and whatsoever ye shall give. 12 Multiply the bringing, greatly, and I will give, as ye say unto me, and give unto me this maiden unto a woman. 13 And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem, and Emir his father with deceit, and said unto them, that they had defiled Dinah their sister. 14 And Simeon and Levi the brethren of Dinah said unto them, we shall not be able to do this to give our sister to a man that hath a foreboding, for it is a disgrace to us. 15 In this we shall be like you, and dwell in you, if ye be as we and you are in the circumcision of all that is male. 16 And we will give our daughters to you, and of your daughters we shall be taken as wives, and we will dwell with you, and we shall be as one race. 17 But if ye hearken not to us being circumcised, having taken our daughters, we shall depart. 18 And the words against Emir, and against Shechem the son of Emir, were pleased. 19 And the young man did not have time to make this saying, for it was the fault of the daughter of Jacob, and he was most glorious of all that were in his father's house. 20 And Emir and Shechem his son came to the gate of their city, and they spoke unto the men of their city, saying, 21 These men are peaceable with us, let them dwell in the land, and trade in this land, but behold, a plain against them, let us take their daughters for us, and give our daughters unto them. 22 Only in this shall men be like us, that they shall dwell with us, that they may be one people in our circumcision, every male as they are circumcised. 23 And their cattle, and their things, and their four-legged things, shall not be ours, but in this we may be like them, and dwell with us. 24 And they heard Emir and Shechem his son, and all that went forth into the gate of their city, and circumcised the flesh of their forebodings every rose. 25 And it came to pass on the third day, when they were in pain, that the 2 sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, the brethren of Dinah, each took his sword, and went into the city safely, and slew every male. 26 And Emir and Shechem his son were slain with the mouth of the sword, and they took Dinah out of the house of Shechem, and went out. 27 And the sons of Jacob came in upon the wounded, and plundered the city in which they had defiled their sister, Dinah. 28 And their sheep, and their herds, and their oxen, and their asses, both the things that were in the city, and the things that were in the field, they received. 29 And they took all their bodies, and all their baggage, and their wives, and plundered all that was in the city, and what was in the houses. 30 And Jacob, Simeon and Levi said, Ye have made me hateful, that I am evil to all that dwell in the land, both the Canaanites and the Phareziates, but I am few in number, and they have gathered themselves together against me, and I will cut myself off, and I and my house will be cut off. 31 And they said, But as a harlot they use our sister. Next, Genesis chapter 35. And Jacob said unto him, Genesis index previous next. Septuagint, Genesis chapter 35. 1 And God said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to the place of Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto the God which appeared unto thee, when thou didst escape from the face of Esau thy brother. 2 And Jacob said unto his house, and all that are with him, Take ye the alien gods that are with you from among you, and be cleansed, and change your garments. 3 And rising up, let us go up to Bethel, and make there an altar to God who heard me in the day of tribulation, which was with me, and saved me in the way that I walked. 4 And they gave to Jacob the stranger gods that were in their hands, and the ears that were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the temple that was in Sisimois, and destroyed them to this day. 5 And Israel took out of Shechem and the fear of God came upon the cities round about, and they did not pursue after the children of Israel. 6 And Jacob came to Luzah, which is in the land of Canaan, which is Bethel himself, and all the people that were with him. 7 And he built there an altar, and called the name of the place Bethel, for there God appeared to him in delivering him from the face of Esau his brother. 8 And Deborah the nurse, Rebekah the younger Bethel, died under the valley, and called her name Jacob, Balanus of mourning. 9 And the god Jacob appeared yet in Luzah, when he came from Mesopotamia in Syria, and the God blessed him. 10 And God said unto him, Thy name shall not be called Jacob any more, but thy name shall be Israel. 11 And God said unto him, I, thy God, shall rise and multiply, Gentiles, and assemblies of nations, shall be of thee, and kings shall come forth out of thy loin. 12 And the land which Abraham and Isaac have given thee, it shall be thee, and to thy seed I will give this land with thee. 13 And God went up from him out of the place where he had spoken with him. 14 And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he spoke with him, a pillar of stone, and poured a drink offering upon it, and poured oil upon it. 15 And he called Jacob the name of the place in which the God Bethel spoke with him. 16 And Jacob of Bethel took his tabernacle, and came to Gadah, and he came to Hadah, and he came to Hebrata to come to earth, and Ephrathah gave birth to Rachel, and was troubled in childbirth. 17 And it came to pass, in her cruel death, that the midwife said unto her, Thou shalt be of courage, for this man is thy son. 18 And it came to pass, that in the letting of this soul he died, for he called his name the son of my sorrow, and the father called him Benjamin. 19 And Rachel died, and was buried in the way of Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. 20 And Jacob set a pillar upon her tomb, this is a pillar of Rachel's tomb to this day. 22 And it came to pass, that Enekah dwelt in Israel, in that land he went Reuben, and slept with Bala his father's concubine, and he heard Israel, and an evil man appeared against him, but the sons of Jacob were 12. 23 The sons of Leah, the firstborn, Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar the Zebulun. 24 And the sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. 25 And the sons of Balas, the little boy, Rachel, Dan, and Naphtali. 26 And the sons of Zelphah, the servant of Leah, Gad, and Asher, these were the sons of Jacob, who were to him in Mesopotamia of Syria. 27 And Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Mamre, to the city of the plain, which is Hebron, in the land of Canaan, where Abraham and Isaac dwelt. 28 And the days of Isaac were fulfilled, when he lived 180 years. 29 And he died, and was added to his race, an elder, and full of days, and Esau and Jacob his sons buried him. Next, Genesis chapter 36. And Esau took to himself a wife of the daughters of the Canaanites, Adah the daughter of Edom. Sacred Texts Bible Index Polyglot KJV Tan Vul Genesis Index Previous Next. Septuagint, Genesis chapter 36. 1 And these are the generations of Esau, this is Edom. 2 And Esau took to himself a wife of the daughters of the Canaanites, Adah the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Elijah the daughter of Anna the son of Sebagan the son of Eve. 3 And Basemath the daughter of Ishmael, the sister of Nebaioth. 4 And Adah begat Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemath begat Regel. 5 And Elijah begat Jews, and Jelam, and Korah, these are the sons of Esau, who were to him in the land of Canaan. 6 And Esau took his wives, and his sons, and his daughters, and all the bodies of his house, and all the things that belonged, and all the cattle, and all the things that he had acquired, and the things that he had tended in the land of Canaan, and he went out of the land of Canaan, in the presence of Jacob his brother. 7 For their possessions were many of their possessions, but the land of their sojourn could not bring them out of the multitude of their possessions. 8 And Esau dwelt in Mount Shur. Esau, this is Edom. 9 And these are the births of Esau the father of Edom in Mount Shur. 10 And these were the names of the sons of Esau: Eliphah, the son of Hardaz, the wife of Esau, and Regel, the son of Basemath, the wife of Esau. 11 And there were the sons of Eliphah: Timon, Omar, Sophar, Gotham, and Keniz. 12 And Bush was the concubine of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and she bore Eliphah the Amalek, the sons of Adaz, the wife of Esau. 13 And these were the sons of Rahuel: Nahath, Zer, Shum, and Moses. These were the sons of Basemath, the wife of Esau. 14 And these were the sons of Elijah, the daughter of Esau the son of Sebegan, and to Esau she bore Jews, and Jelam, and Korah. 15 These were the princes, the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphah, the firstborn of Esau, the ruler of Timon, the ruler of Omar, the prince of Sophar, the ruler of Keniz. 16 And the prince of Korah was the prince of Gotham, the ruler of Amalek. These were the rulers of Eliphaz, in the land of Idumea. These were the sons of Hardaz. 17 And these are the sons of Regel the son of Esau, the ruler of Nachath, the ruler of Zer, the prince of Soma, the ruler of Moses. These the rulers of Regel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Basemath, the wife of Esau. 18 And these were the sons of Elijah, the wife of Esau, the ruler of Jews, the ruler of Jeglam, the ruler of Korah. These were the rulers of Elijah. 19 These are the sons of Esau, and these rulers of them. These are the sons of Edom. 20 And these were the sons of She, the son of Hare, which dwelt in the land of Lotan, Shobal, Sevagan, Anna. 21 And Dyson, and Asar, and Rishon. These were the rulers of Hore the son of She, in the land of Edom. 22 And there were sons of Lotan Hori, and Ammon the sister of Lotan Thamna. 23 And these were the sons of Shobal Golan, and Manahat, and Jabal Soph, and Oman. 24 And these are the sons of Shebon Aya and Onan, this is Onaz, who found Iamin in the wilderness, when we gave the beasts of burden to his father Sebagan his father. 25 And these were the sons of Anna, Dyson, and Elijah, the daughter of Anna. 26 And these were the sons of Dyson: Amad, and Ashvan, and Jethron, and Haran. 27 And these were the sons of Asar: Balan, and Zukam, and Jukam, and Ucan. 28 And these were the sons of Rishon, as well as Aram. 29 These rulers of Hori: the ruler of Lotan, the ruler of Shobal, the ruler of Sebagan, the ruler of Anna. 30 The ruler of Dyson was the ruler of Asar, the ruler of Rishon. These were the rulers of Hori and their rulers in the land of Edom. 31 And these kings that reigned in Edom before the king reigned in Israel. 32 And Balak the son of Beer reigned in Edom, and his city was named Dinabas. 33 And Balak died, and Jobab the son of Tsar of Bezorah reigned in his stead. 34 And Job died, and Asam of the land of Tahiman reigned in his stead. 35 And Asam died, and Adam the son of Barad reigned in his stead, which cut off Midian in the plain of Moab, and the name of his city was Gethim. 36 And had died, and Samala of Maketcha reigned in his stead. 37 And Samala died, and Saul of Ruth by the river reigned in his stead. 38 And Saul died, and Balarenan the son of Ahoba reigned in his stead. 39 And the son of Ahoba of Balarenan died, and Arod the son of Barad reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Fogah, and his wife's name was Matbeel, the daughter of Matrath the son of Mazuv. 40 These are the names of the governors of Esau among their tribes, according to their places, in their lands, and in their nations: Tamna the ruler of Gola, the ruler of Ether. 41 Elabima was the ruler of Ilaz, the ruler of Phinon. 42 Kenez was the ruler of Timon, and the ruler of Mazar. 43 These rulers of Edom were the rulers of Megiddo, in the land of their creation, this Esau the father of Edom. Next, Genesis chapter 37. Sacred Texts Bible Index Polyglot KJV Tan Vul Genesis Index Previous Next. Septuagint, Genesis chapter 37. 1. And Jacob dwelt in the land where his father dwelt in the land of Canaan. 2. And these were the generations of Jacob Joseph, who was 17 years old, shepherding the sheep with his brethren, the young man with the sons of Balas, and with the sons of Zelphah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought down an evil rebuke unto their father Israel. 3. And Jacob loved Joseph with all his sons, because he was an old son, and he made him a robe of several things. 4. And when his brethren saw that his father loved him out of all his sons, they hated him, and could speak nothing of peace unto him. 5. And Joseph had dreamed, and proclaimed it unto his brethren. 6. And he said unto them, Hearken unto this dream which I dreamed. 7. I have bound us pieces in the midst of the field, and my piece is risen, and it is upright, and your pieces have worshipped my dram. 8. And the brethren said unto him, Reign not over us, or dominate us, and added that they hated him again because of his dreams, and because of his words. 9. And he saw another dream, and told it to his father and his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed another dream, as the sun and the moon and 11 stars worship me. 10. And his father rebuked him, and said unto him, What is this dream which thou hast dreamed? And when we come, we shall come, and I, thy mother, and thy brethren, to worship thee on earth. 11. And his brethren were jealous of him, and his father kept the word. 12. And his brethren went to feed their father's sheep unto Shechem. 13. And Israel said unto Joseph, Thy brethren do not shepherd in Shechem, come, I will send thee unto them. But he said unto him, Behold, I. 14. And Israel said unto him, Go, behold, if thy brethren and the sheep shall be healthy, and declare unto me, and sent him out of the valley of Hebron, and came unto Shechem. 15. And a man found him wandering in the field, and the man asked him, saying, What dost thou seek? 16. And he said unto my brethren, I ask him to tell me where they are grazing. 17. And the man said unto him, Stand forth, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothheim. And Joseph went after his brethren, and found them in Dothheim. 18. And they saw him at a distance, before they came near to them, and they were deceived to kill him. 19. And every one said unto his brother, Behold, that dreamer is coming. 20. Now therefore come, let us kill him, and drive him into one of the pits, and say that an evil beast has devoured him, and we will see what his dreams shall be. 21. And when he heard Reuben, he took him out of their hands, and said, Let us not strike him in the soul. 22. And Reuben said unto them, Shed not blood, put him into this pit which is in the wilderness, but cast not ye unto him, that he might bring him out of their hands, and restore him to his father. 23. And it came to pass, that Joseph came unto his brethren, and undressed Joseph the robe, which was round about him. 24. And when they had taken him, they cast him into the pit, but the pit had no empty water. 25. And they sat down to eat bread, and looked up with their eyes, and saw, and, behold, the wayfarers of Ishmaelites were coming from Gilead, and their camels were full of incense, and of wheat, and of ashes, and they went down to Egypt. 26. And Judah said unto his brethren, What good is it that we should kill our brother, and hide his blood? 27. Come, let us restore him to these Ishmaelites, but our hands have not rested upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh, but his brethren have heard. 28. And the men of Midian, the merchants, went about, and went forth, and brought Joseph out of the pit, and gave Joseph 20 gold to the Ishmaelites, and brought Joseph down into Egypt. 29. And Reuben returned to the pit, and saw Joseph not in the pit, and broke his garments. 30. And he turned to his brethren, and said, The child, it is not I, where I go any more. 31. And they took Joseph's robe, and slew a goat's goat, and defiled the robe with blood. 32. And they sent forth the robe of the variety, and brought it unto their father, and said, We find this, know whether it is thy son's robe or not. 33. And I knew him, and he said, My son's robe is an evil beast, and a wild beast devoured him, and snatched Joseph away. 34. And Jacob broke his garments, and laid a sackcloth upon his nostrils, and mourned his son many days. 35. And all his sons and daughters were gathered together, and came to beg him, and he would not beg him, saying, I will go down to my son in mourning to hell, and his father wept for him. 36 And the Midianites gave Joseph to Egypt to Potiphar, the chief cook of the sword. Next, Genesis chapter 38.